Tefi, baby, welcome to Live from Bed.
Yay! I'm so excited to be here. I can't believe this is an All-Stars episode. It's my second time.
I've missed you terribly. How many years has it been?
I think 4 years.
Fuck.
I know.
So much has transpired.
So much has transpired and yet nothing at all. Like so much.
Like my least favorite question, I think, is when people are like, what's new?
I feel it's also it's in the same vein as when people are like, what are your hobbies? I'm like, my hobby is relaxing. My hobby is watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like
my hobby is wishing I wasn't here right now. It's my hobby.
Literally.
Anywhere I am. But like I forget that I exist. I forget who I am, my name, my age, everything about myself when someone asks me to.
When people are like, did you ever finish that project? I'm like, damn well that.
Oh, fuck you.
You know damn well.
No, if you.
In my living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You know how long I've been working on this Harry Potter Lego set, and it's still just one little house of Hogwarts is up. I don't know who I thought I was. I can.
No, but it's who you were at a time.
On that day when the Vivens hit that way, I was that person. And then, right. Alas. And then
and then we turned to stone. No. We turned it back into a pumpkin.
Then I opened my TikTok and I was like, what Lego set? Essentially.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So we have some here is what's new. We have some pressing news, which is the number one thing that we have in common is our love for Havana Harry's that is now shut down and infested with cockroaches.
I feel like it always was. And that's what made it.
No, that's what me and my friend said. Me and my friends were like, we downed about 600
cockroaches.
I definitely ate a lot of cockroaches. Considering I ate that, it was my only meal for 4 years.
This is why we have the intestinal immunity that we do. Yes, because we have eaten Havana Harry's. I think every baby should go to a daycare and then also sit in a Havana Harry's, and they will never get sick again.
No, they'll be set for life. So it is properly shut down. Like we cannot go there.
I don't think you can go there. I haven't heard of somebody going to Havana Harry's since 2019, actually.
Fuck, I went really recently. I went like last year, like not even.
You did not.
150%. I was in Miami. What do you expect from me?
That is hilarious. Havana Harry's, people think they know about Miami because they talk about Versailles.
Please.
If I'm with somebody, so whenever I'm like talking to somebody and they're like, oh, I'm from Miami, I'm like, oh, me too. And they're like, do you know Havana Harry's? I'm like,
no, then you're like, oh, you're legit.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Sister.
No, 100%. You know what's good. Yes. You know what a proper portion size is. You know what a cockroach tastes like.
Jade, I do not know a proper portion size because of
So Tefi, you have been yapping all over the place in the best way. The people want more of your yapping, and no, it's true. It's true. It's in high demand. You have your podcast, Tefi Talks. And you have Ask Tefi. Thank G.
I swear to share. It's all up to her.
No, truly, like you are the person that I want to be receiving advice from. But I'm curious because like I love to give toxic advice. You know what I mean? Like advice that's only safe for like behind closed doors. Like I can give really scary advice. What's like something that like right, exactly. What is something that no one should take your advice about?
I think nobody should take my advice when it comes to taxes, automobiles. When it comes to, I'm also someone that's like, I think right now on the internet, people are obsessed with being a good person, whatever that means to them, right? So like maybe being a good person to someone in, I don't know, like in a red state is different to what being a good person means to me. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that as a Floridian, okay? But I think people online are obsessed with maybe being canceled one day because you don't have to be a content creator now or a famous person to be canceled. You can have 5 followers. And if somebody finds out that you're a bad person, you may no longer be like a human, but instead content, you know?
Right.
So I feel like when it comes to my friends messing up, if I see my friend, for example, and I don't care what people think about it, if my friend cheats on her man, I'm blind.
Duh.
I didn't see anything. That's my girlfriend. Yeah. And then later when she gets caught, I turn to her and I'm like, girl, you really fucked up. But
we'll bury the body. Totally.
exactly. I'm like, and she lost the spelling bee in third grade. You don't know what that did to
She's
her. You know what I
traumatized.
mean?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So when it comes to, oh my God, Tefi, like my friend is, I think when it comes to preserving your own energy and letting people figure it out and later on being with them, you know what I mean? I don't think that when it comes to like dramas in friends' life or like a loved one, like if my cousin were to fuck up or whatever, I believe in women's rights and women's wrongs. So
Yes.
sometimes I'm gonna say, why don't you just ask your cousin to beat her ass?
Right.
You know? And
100%.
I shouldn't. And I shouldn't. I
No,
should
I
say,
think that's absolutely because I think people are really obsessed with I also surround myself with a lot of eldest daughters, as Taylor Swift would say. Are
yeah,
you one?
yes, I am. And
Yeah, so I surround myself with a lot of your kind, and I'm a younger sister. So I
oh,
think actually
perfect.
what you're saying though is very younger sister energy, where it's like you came into this world around people that had already existed, so you're a little more like I'm gonna let you like really fuck up. Like you're gonna tell me that you're about to drive off a cliff, and I'm like, that's your journey, you know?
That's the journey. And
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah. I'm gonna stay right
That's
here. I think people are obsessed with like knowing better or like like just teaching
mm,
people or trying to save people from like the dignity of their own path and mistakes. And I feel like a lot of like being a good friend is just like holding that space and being like you want to burn it to the ground, I will help you burn it to the ground, and like then we will rebuild when we're in a better place.
it baffles me that people ask me for advice because my siblings never ever ask me for advice
It's your
because like
oldest sister. Yeah, because
really
you give it
'cause I watched you fuck up.
unwarranted. Yeah.
Like they were like, I did not do as you said. I just
Hmm.
watched what you did. I always tell people I'm the kind of person that's not like, I'm not the person that's like, that buffet over there looks a little weird. Let's not eat in there. I'm the person that calls and I'm like, hey, I ate from that buffet. I'm hospitalized.
Right.
Don't go. To
Right.
like that's my style of advice.
Yes.
So, and sometimes I get these questions to the email, like asktefi@thecut.com or whatever.
Yes.
And they come in to my main inbox and I'm like, who's Joshua
Who is
Hernandez?
this?
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's advice. And they're like, hey Tefi, like, how do I get promoted? Jade, I have no fucking idea. I've never been promoted.
Oh
Like
my
I have
God.
like there are
No.
some things I have no idea. Like, or people would be like, how do I don't know, like how do I tell my mom that I'm dropping out of college? My mom found out by calling the financial advisor and they're like, she hasn't come in a year.
She doesn't go
And so
here. Yeah.
I have no idea how to break that to somebody. But like,
Yeah.
so there are some things, but when it comes to friendships, when it comes to breakups, when it comes to confrontations, and when it comes to
Mm.
deciding what not to confront, and when it comes to making sure a girl doesn't feel fucking nuts. But Jade,
Yes.
there are some times when I make a video and I press post and I lock my phone and I go, I'm really nervous about who I'm empowering right now.
Like, who did I give the keys of the car to?
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
No, I
Like
know. I'm the same way. Like, someone's like, oh, I haven't gotten out of bed for like 6 weeks or days or whatever. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, that's nothing. Shit. Like, like, please. That's,
you're like, oh my God, I thought you had a problem.
yeah. Literally. No, truly.
Like,
Like I am the enabler. Like you want to make an impulse purchase, you should like that's me.
yeah.
I am the
Mhm.
person like that dump all your guilty pleasures,
Yeah.
wants and dreams to,
Mhm.
Also
Like,
like
you live one
directions.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
exactly.
correct.
Directions for fucking get it. Don't ask me
No,
how to get anywhere.
no. People ask me like, how do I get from here to here? And I go, so when you call an Uber, you're gonna
Right.
put
Exactly. No, exactly. Like when you tell me New York's a fucking grid, I'm gonna hit you. You're choosing violence.
my mom and my dad met here and they lived here for like 10 years. And then the week that my mom moved to Miami with my dad, she found out she was pregnant, right? But like this was like their home for so long.
Yeah.
And I've been here now for 13 years. So
Wow.
insane. I have no idea where I am right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in my house. But whenever I'm like, oh mom, let me I have to go like above ground to get like Google Maps or something. She's like, Tefi, it's a grid. Like if it's 8-5,
No. I never
okay,
met
my
a
love.
grid I liked, like that I understood. It's never happened for me.
I've never stood in front of numbers and been like, I'm confident about this.
Me neither. Like 110%. Not one a fucking day in my life.
I'm looking at my mom and my dad, and they love numbers. Like, well,
No,
my
my
mom is
husband loves
like,
numbers. It's such bullshit.
what? And somebody should in the family. Somebody should.
Yeah.
But you know what? Unfortunately, not only am I the oldest of three, but all of us are creatives. None of us.
Tough.
If you asked me to calculate the tip right now, I'd start sobbing.
Yeah, no, as you should break down in front of numbers. No, I do the same. I do
And
the absolute same.
that's why when people tell us about impulse purchases, we're like, yeah, go for it, because we're not
Oh,
doing.
please. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much that. Please, I don't know what percentage of your income. I don't want to know. I don't want to know any of those details.
No.
I'll pay $100 for shipping and not even understand that I did that.
What's $100?
No,
Like,
I mean Uber
in your
Eats. I'm like,
mind?
it's food. I deserve food. I have to eat.
Mhm.
Like, what do you mean? This is like, this is
No,
not fun.
no, I mean, I have an accountant now that, like,
Oh, fuck that.
he calls me and he's like, "You're trying to kill me." So I used to be like, "Oh, what's $100?" You know?
Yeah.
And then he called me once. He was like, "Tefi, a lot of people who are late on their taxes think they have $100." I'm like, "No,
Right. I know, no, it's and like I have to remember that they're not like the feds, that they're like I hired them to help me. You know what I mean? Because like they come at me and I'm like, it's like the principals called me into their office. Like I'm like sweating. I'm like, Jade, you put this on yourself. That like you asked for this regulation.
no." When I see that call, I go,
Fuck.
"Easy,
I know.
easy."
I know. It's fucking terrifying. I
No,
know. So
when I'm
someone
tell me.
recently DM'd me, and I
Uh-huh.
don't know why they came to me for advice. I think they were just like, this bitch is lost, so maybe she'll make me feel better about being lost also. And they were asking, like, did I crash out about turning 30? Because, like, she's crashing out. And I was like, I was really stoked to turn 30. Like, I thought it was, like, probably, like, delusionally so. I thought it was, like, a finish line that, like, would get me the fuck out of my 20s, which it did successfully. It did get me out of that decade. But I like my 30s. I mean, it's a whole new like hellhole of like other things that you have to confront. But did you like freak out before your 30th birthday?
I think the marriage thing, the marriage and child thing, because okay, I know you do this too. You watch a movie, like I'm gonna make this up, but let's say we're watching Sleepless in Seattle. I promise you, if I Google how old Meg Ryan is supposed to be in that movie, it's 27.
That has been the hardest part of my 30s, I will say. Like, I was watching the Kardashians the other day, and I always thought they were so much older than me, and they were talking about this and that. I Google, like, how old were they in season, fucking 17, because I'm rewatching that for the 80th time.
28.
I want to throw up. I want to throw
Mhm.
up. Like,
Mhm.
I just can't believe, even people on the internet, right? Like, I'm like, I can't believe we're the same age. Like, I think you're so much older than me. Like, I feel like baby. Do you feel like baby?
Const- I literally at night when I get back from like a job, a speaking engagement, whatever, I'm like, and what do I do if they find out I'm 17?
Right. Right. I know. I
Same
know.
with taxes. When I get the taxes thing, I'm like, but I'm 17.
Yeah. Who could they,
I don't
how do they
understand.
expect me to do this? I know. I feel that way.
But if somebody's arguing with me, then I'm a grown ass woman.
Oh, of course.
Don't you dare. Like my mom, I can be baby with my mom and stuff. But then when she tries to tell me like what to do, I'm like, by the way, I'm 35 years old.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, we can shapeshift like that. But I do feel like I do really feel like, well, I feel like this my whole life. Is this like a millennial thing? Is this like everyone? I'm like sick of the excuse of like COVID took our mid 20s. Like that's, I mean, please, those were the best years of my life, COVID. I hate to say it. I know it's it's fucking controversial. They stole everything from us. They took nothing from me. Like they just gave me a lot of mental health back. But
I was cooking in that lab
it
every
was
day.
the best part of my 20s.
Mhm.
Like not like let's like disclaimer, like insert, apology about people like really
Millions of
suffering.
people died.
Yeah.
I finally got a chance to like
Exhale.
eat chips in bed
It-
at the pace I've always dreamt of.
100. The
On
world
my
stopped. Like
agenda.
since I was probably 10 years old. I've always thought to myself, okay, like, because LA, like, we don't have weather. So it's like school's never canceled. We never get a fucking snow day. And even if we did get that, like, one time we got like a flood thing. Even if we get that, that still means like my dentist appointment is still happening. Other shit. I was like, I want one day where everything is canceled. That was like my I dreamed a little dream when I was like literally 10. And then when COVID happened, I was like, it's all possible.
It's all possible. It's all
Yeah.
possible. I don't think that COVID took, I know that they're okay. If we were like seniors in college and stuff, or like we couldn't go to prom, for sure, I would be fucking
Me too.
devastated. And also, tell me why the first week of COVID, I was watching Contagion over and over again.
Oh
I was
no,
watching
like once it started, yeah, it was like this is theme. Like when it's Christmas, I watch Christmas movies. Hello,
exactly. And when Christmas movies, you
we're
mean
festive.
Harry Potter.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Now I watch it like this because God forbid J.K. Rowling takes one more thing away from me.
I
Like,
know.
I watch it like this. I'm like,
I
great.
know. I
You know,
know.
looking back, I was living in such a delusion that I don't think if COVID happened, I wouldn't have the career I have today.
Right.
There was just nothing to do except be absolutely delusional.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean,
Yeah.
every day was like, okay, and what is today gonna bring? What am I? It was just you had to be creative.
And it was a bottle of wine. That's what
Yeah.
today was. It was a
Exactly.
bottle of wine. I was taking a
After
bottle of
I've never like I have not worked out. I don't know why I thought like I was gonna work out in COVID. Like I bought like all the bullshit.
yes.
Never
Yeah.
once.
Listen, I am a Latina woman and I'm gonna embrace this bod, but there was a point where I was like, I gotta stop washing these jeans. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't think it's the jeans. I think it's my ass.
You know what?
Like,
I'll never give up the dryer. I don't think I washed any pair of jeans of mine in years, but they all have shrunk in the dryer.
literally, that's it. That's what's happening. I'm doing the deep squat.
Yeah.
But also during COVID, I think I started to realize how much I needed people. I think
Yeah.
before when you're like around people all the time and you take it for granted. But what I mean like needed people, I mean the small, and I talk about this on my channel, on my YouTube. I think it was on my
Like and
platform.
subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah, when you look up my screen name, you can see my channel.
Yeah.
I talk about this all the time, like to deny that we need people, and I think people assume I'm talking about like a friend group like Sex and the City or this big. I mean, I miss getting on the train and seeing a kid stand up for a pregnant lady or like an older
Oh.
woman. I miss holding the door for people. I miss waiting in line for the coffee and seeing someone that I maybe worked with once and be like, oh my God, are you? And they turn out to never be a person I've ever seen in my entire life, but
Bless
whatever.
you, Tefi. I missed none of that. Like I
Yeah.
seriously was like, if I never have to have a social interaction ever again for the rest of my life, like
I'm fine. No,
fine.
I I think COVID showed me that I really do love people. And
Yeah,
then
you might be an extrovert. I might diagnose you as such.
I think I'm an extrovert for sure, but I do need 2 days of the week of silence.
Oh,
Like
good. I
no,
love.
yeah, like I need to recharge. And
You just want it to be voluntary.
I want it to be voluntary extroversion. Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Online when people are like, how do you find inspiration for posting or like how do you not feel so I feel like analytics ruin everything
Yeah,
for
duh.
people who are
Numbers.
creating online or trying to the numbers like you could post something that you're really proud of something that you feels beautiful whether it be something visual you're writing something or like I don't know like whatever it could be promotion of something and when the numbers don't match expectation it's like suddenly so shit and I tell people, I think the reason that I continue doing what I'm doing is because I still live here. I don't live like in this. I I know when it's time to like be a person in the world. And if I start to feel that spiral of why did they go here? And I'm human. People ask me all the time, like, how do you stay so confident? No, there are things that people get invited to that I'm like, why not me? Or like whatever. And I think the reason that I can continue showing my face online and like talking about stories, advice, how to not shit yourself at a buffet, you know what I mean? Is because I make sure to live in in that world, not this one.
Yeah.
And that one matters more. How am I going to talk about advice if I don't know how to be outside, you
No,
know?
I actually think like you just captured kind of what my 30s, like what surprised me about my 30s. It's not that I don't have the like, I'm going to jump off a cliff if you don't like my picture or my video or whatever. Especially if it's like promoting, like if you're like doing it for work, whatever.
Mhm.
But the coping has gotten so much better. The length of my spiral has lessened. I'm so much better at being like, it's the fucking algorithm's fault. I'm so much better at blaming anyone else that's not me and my
Mhm.
reputation. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's just the universe today. The planets don't want this for me. It's like, it's that.
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. It's not me, it's Mars. Let's be real.
It's like,
Let's be
please.
real.
Or like,
I th-
or I get really aggressive depending on the day, and I'm like, it's actually you. Like, it's actually they don't know what's good. They don't realize, you know.
yeah. It's like I put the camera like, there's a bitch out here trying to kill me, and you pan it, it's you in the mirror.
Yeah.
It's her.
Exactly.
1000%. I think that when it comes to sharing, especially, we know how to cope better because we've seen people who have done this for 10, maybe 20 years
Yeah.
at this point. I always think of Charlie XCX too. I remember paying $10 to go see her Boom Boom Clap in Brooklyn. And now she's doing stadium tours, right?
Totally.
And there's so many people like that. Like, how many podcast people, how many people do you ask, like, your team will be like, let's get her on the pod? And you're like, who the fuck is this? And
Yes.
you go on their page and they're like, this person is doing so well. I have
Yeah.
no idea. It just takes a group of people, and likes mean nothing anymore. It's literally just views. It just takes a group of people to support a person, and they can have a career spanning 50 years. It's just that we immediately think of our ex's new girlfriend,
Yeah.
or like our high school bully, a bitch, your ex best friend that you don't speak to anymore, being like 15 likes.
Totally.
Fuck yourself, Haley. Okay, a long time ago, I was in Rome for a brand deal for 4 days, and I was on antibiotics, so I couldn't even have wine. Let that
Oof.
sit with it. It's not a sad story.
Yeah, I know that
Yeah.
stuff.
And everybody thinks I have such a great life. What about that story?
Yeah.
I was
Exactly.
in Rome with my friend, and he was like, I know he's an artist, and he's like, I know I could be so much bigger, but I know that I'm as successful as I can handle right now, and it's energetic. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, I am scared of being perceived, and I know that that energy is out there. So I could do bigger things. No, it sucks. I know. I know. It's
Right?
so real.
No,
It's so
it's so real. Like, you
real.
know, like I was talking to like the people I do this podcast with the other day, and I was like, they're like, it's so like, you know, like blah, 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 let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, they're like, yes, 100%. Like there is a part of me that like wants to join you in doing all of that, all this and that. At the same time, I have this like quiet, like I love the little club of like the people that listen to this show and have for years. And it's like once that bubble is penetrated by like the outside world, I'm like, it's not safe anymore. And so I think there is something energetically that like does hold you back in that way.
It's almost like the universe is listening to you too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, how many times I think about it when my mom would make me, I don't know, the first day of camp is so
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I
Like
never
it's,
went.
and I tell no, my mom was like, okay, sorry you're scared. Bye.
Yeah.
Heels off. You know, but I appreciate that. And then she'd pick me up the next day or whatever. I'm not the next day. I'm lying.
That's my story. So then
No,
she
no.
picked me up when I called screaming.
My mom would never let me go to sleepaway camp. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But she was like, she would pick me up that afternoon, and I'd made friends, but I feel like being perceived, we always make it worse than it's going to be.
Yeah.
And you and I both know you could post something or share something, and you'll get 50 fucking comments that are like, oh my God, this is so good. Thank you so much. Or like, this is what I listened to when I was doing my laundry. Like, oh my God, my baby now knows your voice. That is so
Yeah.
funny. And then there's one saying, this bitch sucks.
Right.
And it's just like, oh my God, I knew it.
So
I knew
loud.
I sucked.
Uh-huh.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. They're catching on. They're catching on. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Oh my God, the girls that hate me. Mind you, I don't have any haters.
But I think for those of us who are self-aware and self-critical, it's
Mhm.
like I was this
Yeah.
way since I was little. Like if you give me any sort of feedback that's not absolute praise and cannot be perceived in any other way, I'm like the voice in my head is so loud already. Like I'm already thinking of all the ways I fucked up. I'm already like I have to cover every base in my head. So when it comes from an outside source, it's like even just a hint of it, it like it sends me crashing, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean
Yeah.
because, well, it's like body dysmorphia. It's like for
Right.
me, with body dysmorphia, I know that I have no idea what I look like. I would pay so much money to know what I look like.
Oh
I
my
have no
God.
idea.
No, I said my favorite hobby is going online and trying to see myself objectively. I love doing that.
I can't. Or doing the body type quiz. Are you a Marilyn? Are you a Vixen? Are you a
Well, we
like?
grew up with fucking J14. That was like, do you have a pear, an apple? I still, by the way, I have no idea.
I tell myself all the time. I'm like, have you ever seen oatmeal in a bag?
Yeah.
Like that. That's like me. But I body dysmorphia in the way where I know that I'm sick, so I can't be trusted with my opinion of myself.
Mhm.
the same thing comes with my efforts or my projects where I'm like, oh, I think I'm maybe being too hard on myself. Let me put it out there. The biggest thing, if you think you're a pear and then you go get something tried on, like you try something on and they're like, oh, do you have anything for this woman? She's a pear shape.
Yeah.
So then if you go out and you're like, I think this sucks, and like, you're right, it does suck. Wait, am I right about everything else? Am I not
Exactly.
right, or am
No,
I right?
exactly. But that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm like almost 32. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not that the voices go away. It's not
No,
like that any of that goes away
no.
necessarily. It is just shorter and
Yeah,
less loud. You know, like you're kind of like, okay, like how long can I really fucking care? Like I don't have the time. I can't care as much. In my 20s, I could care for weeks. I could stay on one subject, one little thing someone said, and just fucking run with it for weeks. Now I'm like, I forget, I can't, you know.
I think also in your mind, I love my brain so much, but now when I hear that voice, instead of hearing and instead of hearing it in a grown-up voice, or I used to pretend that each voice of mine was a different person, right? So my
Right.
inner child, I know exactly what I'm wearing
Yeah.
when I imagine my inner child. When I think of mean teen me, that like if she saw me today, she's like, "You're huge." Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, hugely successful." Right, right. And then also I'm like, and Paris Hilton follows me and she's like, okay, I don't fucking care, loser. Like I know exactly what she's wearing. I know her spray tan. I
Yeah.
know everything. And then when I think of that mean inner voice, I think of the mom in Gilbert Grape because I think that voice is also needy and scared. Not because
Totally.
she's like, and that mom in Gilbert Grape, she means well, but she's not well.
Right.
Now, when I think of that critical voice, instead of making her an adult that's so needy, because if I hear a needy adult, I stop and I like honor that. Now I've traded that critical voice for inner child me, 7-year-old me. Because I can easily tell her, like, you want cereal for dinner every night
Yeah.
and you think that outside is scary. I understand why you think outside is scary. You're trying to like protect me.
Right.
I'm the adult.
Right.
I'm the adult who know that outside is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when that's what happens online though, because you share stuff like this.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so when we first were talking, like in the first episode we met,
Yeah.
I didn't have any boundaries with the internet. So I
Right.
was freely sharing this. She's right there, this
Yeah.
scared
Love
little girl.
her.
I love her so much. She's so annoying. She's so needy. And that's my
Yeah.
girl, but she's mine, you
Yeah.
know? I feel like when I would, in the past, I would be online and I'd share her freely. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a state fair. Like, this is my girl, this is my inner child, look how beautiful
Mm-hmm.
she is. And people didn't take care of that. People took advantage of that, or people would turn that on me, or like they would
Totally.
say vicious things. And I'm the one that loaded the ammo. So now I'm more protective of her too. And the more I'm protective of her, the more people don't have ammunition to criticize me in the way that we fear, you
Right.
know?
Because if you're like, I've given you everything,
Everything.
then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you know me in every way, and therefore you have all the knowledge to critique me. But if you're like, no, some of this shit is for me, I'm actually controlling what you're seeing because I have
Yeah.
boundaries, I can't really get that hurt about what you're saying because you don't know, you don't have access to these certain parts of me.
I know why also, like, I feel like I know you because even the title of your podcast, like,
Yeah.
I know what a best friend hang is with you.
Yeah.
It's, like, literally in, like, your baggiest pants,
Oh,
a
yeah.
tee, a hoodie, it's super cold in the room, and you're watching TV with your best
How do you
friend
know it's
in
super cold in the room? Like, how did you know it's
I
literally
know it.
63 when I sleep?
Yeah. Yeah, because it has to be like, you have to be cozy
Yeah.
and be in your hoodie, but you can't get, like, verklempt, you know what I mean? I
100%.
know that with your best friend, and you even name that your podcast because you want people to feel that energy with you. So when
Yeah.
people and being in bed with somebody watching like Wu Tang Fu,
Right.
I love that
Oh my
movie.
God, it's so
It's
good.
like so good, but it's so intimate and vulnerable that when people criticize you, you're like, I literally bring you in bed with me. Like
Totally.
this is an intimate thing.
Yeah, and it's not like the slumber party bed that everyone like. It's not with the pajamas with the fur on the. No, it's ugly. You know what I mean? Are you someone that like when people are like, oh, like let's go ugly to this? You're like, oh yeah, and then you show up and they're like, not in that space. Like I'm like, I can get so goblin, it's unbelievable.
I go outside like I'm about to work on a roof in Florida.
Yeah, no, there are two
Kind
people
of.
that you might know. Like, I can look so like not me. It's unfucking believable.
I can go out so ugly that people go, you know who you kind of look
Yeah.
like? You know who Hello Kitty is? And I'm like, I've heard that name.
No, it's so true. I know,
No,
same, same.
no, but the intimacy online is so fucked up that way because it just feels like the only way to make a mark on people is to give them so much. So finding those boundaries of like, I want to be ugly with you, girl. Are you gonna take care of me though?
That's what I'm saying. I met my husband in college. I did not date for a fucking reason because I am god awful. I've always loved too hard. I have always picked out wedding china when I've slept with anyone. Like I have always given too much in that way. So the internet, like I think you build some, immunity when you've dated around, you've been hurt, you've been ghosted, whatever, your love has been rejected a few times. My love's been rejected a total of 2 times. And that has not set me up for success on the internet because I'm like, I will crumble. Like, if I feel like I've given you stuff, like all the time on the podcast, they'll be like, this was fucking hilarious that you said on your solo episode. My solo episodes do the best often, like, of I will not put those on the internet. You know what I mean? Yes.
That's so interesting. Even though, because it's so you.
Because
It's
it's
so
so me. And I'm
Mhm.
like, for some reason, like that's what I admire so much about you is like, while you have boundaries and all these other things, like I feel that who you are, the internet gets you, like in a way that like you have been able to translate who you are in real life onto the internet. Whereas I'm like, there's 2 different people going on
Yeah,
here.
I do feel like your people should be a little scared of me though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people should know that I'm gonna, for example, okay, I have a mom, period. I have a mom, but she's also she can be very passive aggressive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so she can say things that are just like, no, 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 it's totally fine. This is like what you do. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then she'll keep talking, and I'm like, and she'll keep talking to somebody, and I go, sorry, excuse me. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by, so I can
Right.
be, because the jabs are really annoying to me. So online, if somebody comments something like, this is so whack, I'll answer, how so? Can you
Mm.
privatize your profile? I want to see your
Mm-hmm.
videos. Can
Totally.
you send me a picture of yourself? If you're gonna say I look like XYZ, can send me a picture of yourself. I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
Can you do that for me? You better look like Adriana Lima 2003. Actually, 25.
Oh my God. Yes.
25. You know what I mean? And but in the same vein, I am struggling with knowing when not to respond.
Right. Right.
There's a certain power to it. I think of people like Addison Rae. I think about people like even Billie Eilish or Dua Lipa, and all these people are much younger than me, and they are so good at being like, well, I'm back to work, or they have another project. They're busy in their lives, or they're
Yeah.
silent. I think knowing when to reserve my energy has been very costly for me. This is what 2025 is about for me. Because if you say something about me, my friends will be like, give me the phone. I'm like, no, I'm asking her where she lives in LA. I'm going to come, I need to knock on her door. You can't talk to me like that.
Mm-hmm.
To talk about me that way is so rude and disgusting. Say it to my face. The energy that's costing
Right.
versus turning the degrees to 63, getting in my bed.
Okay. So
You
this is
know?
where we could really help each other because that's where I have an issue also because my immediate reaction to people in real life, I will go ice cold so quick. You will lose access to me. Like I will ghost you. I could know you for 20 years. You'll never see me or hear from me again. Like, so when the internet turns on me, I'm like, whoo, like I will leave so quickly. But that's not that healthy either. You know what I mean? And it's like more like, oh, like you've lost access to me. Okay, like goodbye. You know?
It's a, I think the thing, it's just the thing that sucks is that no matter how much the internet knows you, people online, including ourselves, with people that we followed, we and they have been bamboozled so many times
Yeah.
that I cannot blame a public platform for trying to figure out if someone is a bad person. But I can't blame them for me, the way that I do it is the same that I do in my real life. If you're a bad person, I'm gonna find out eventually, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever, I
Totally.
might as well. Maybe that's me being like older, but we're not psychics. I could try to figure out if somebody's a bad person, and whatever I'm looking for, I will find. But for the first time in my life, I am clapping back at people or trying the human being like, hey girl, like I'm just a person and like I fucked up or whatever, and then posting it or intentionally misunderstanding me. I think it's the first time in my life where I am being scrutinized and then realizing, oh my God, they're not here to understand me. I made a big mistake by responding, or like nuance and context does not get people views anymore. And that scares me.
Yeah.
Because, Jade, if you went to my colleges, poor mom, but like, and I didn't graduate from one. If you went to my colleges and you asked a person I was in class with one thing about me, they'd be like, she was so selfish. She was texting the whole time during the professor's whatever. And then if you spoke to one of my friends in those classes, they would be like, her boyfriend was the most toxic motherfucker. If she didn't
Mm.
answer in 15 minutes, both of those stories are true though.
Right.
You know, it
Right.
is true. I'm so super disrespectful to a professor that gets paid $2 a day,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then on the other side, I'm like caught in this like toxic thing at 19 years old where I don't want to, you know what I mean? We've all been 19. I don't have to explain it.
Yeah, yesterday.
Being online, that doesn't, only one gets more views though.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I really struggle with like daily, I feel differently because like when I feel threatened, I get like, I don't want to say elitist. Like I'm like, oh, like I'm too good for this. I'm more evolved than you. I shouldn't be putting whatever. Like my guard goes up. So I'm like, okay, is putting yourself out there on the internet
Mm-hmm.
a loserish thing to do, or is it like is reserving yourself and like not being on the internet like the cool thing to, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, no, like what I want is on the other side of this vulnerability of posting yourself, of being unafraid. But then I'm like, oh, I look at someone's profile who has like 6 photos and I'm like, chic.
Sweet.
I'm like, oh shit. But I'm like, I go back and forth. Then I see the person with 4 million followers and I'm like, no, that's sick. Like
Yes.
it's complicated.
The person with 6 photos does not have the same need that we need,
Right.
where it's to be known
Yeah.
and be known as a safe place. That person
Yes.
doesn't care to be a safe place. She
Right.
cares about something complete aesthetics, and we
Yes.
need her too. I need her too.
Yeah.
When I have friends like that too, where I'm like, I'm gonna post this, and they're like, "Hey, let's cool those
Yeah, like
jets."
dial it. Yeah, totally, totally. Turn down the volume.
Or like that's the girl that you look at. You need different POVs. You need those girls in your friend group. Because
Yeah.
one girl is like the 4 million followers one. She's like, let me see it. Wait, we can do this better. Or like
Yeah.
this is gonna get you views. Love that bitch. The other girl, the one with 6 photos, looks at you and she goes, you have nothing to prove. Like
Right.
this isn't to do with anything. Like I love you. We all love you. You have nothing to prove. Both those girls matter, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But for me, whenever I post anything, like I'm talking anything.
Yeah.
I could post my view right now, and or like I don't know, I could post my armpit hair up in like, haha,
Yeah.
3 days, whatever. I never, ever, ever think of the people that are not gonna like it. I always think of the weird bitch like
Yeah.
me being like, there's my girl. You know
Right.
what I mean?
No, I think of my friend's ex-boyfriend that for some reason we're still following each other and like what? What are
You got it. For some reason, I could go on a vacation with my friend's
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend and they break up and amicably, and I'm like, unfollow, fuck you.
Right.
The girl I met at the nightclub in Ibiza that helped me find my earring on the
Please.
floor 6 years ago, that's my bitch for life.
Oh no, I met someone at a pug meetup the other day. I was like, oh, this is a forever type of thing.
This is not you being my Sanderson sisters.
Yeah. Literally. We
My
like
love
each
sisters.
other's shit. I mean, it's really a wonderful relationship. I know. But it's so hard to be analytical. It's so hard to be a millennial who like we grew up with two realities. You know what I mean? We grew up like for so much of our life in just real life, and then we've had to like kind of adopt and morph into this like online parasocial life. And it's like, wait, which is real life? Which is, it is like a little.
Yeah, I blame the radiation from my Easy Bake Oven, is what I like to tell people.
How about all the shrinky dinks I made? I'm like, all that plastic was probably not good.
No, I'm sorry. That was incredible. The shrinky dinks.
I want to do that right now.
Do you remember when you'd have the little pill, the hot pill? It was a capsule, and you throw it into the bath, and it would turn into an elephant towel. Bitch.
I spent so much of my parents' hard-earned money on that. You have no idea. You have no, that and slime. I was like, absolutely.
Origami.
Oh, for sure. How about the quick wrap from Conair?
I was walking around like I just got off the plane from Japan. I was walking around with like this, or the high ponytail like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we knew what fun was, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing though, also millennials, like not only did we grow up with playing in dirt and having a MySpace, like that change,
right.
People don't understand that change happened within a year. So we grew up with these like two realities where I also feel like we grew up with people that, I don't know how to explain it. Like maybe my dad was someone who cut somebody off in traffic, was a shit boss, but he's also like my dad. He's cool as fuck. Well, he was cool as fuck. He's not dead, just dead to me. But like we grew up with like constant nuance because we knew how people really were at home and not how they presented to the world. Whatever went on at work, I had no idea.
No one had
like
a brand.
There was no LinkedIn. Yeah. Like I did not know what Glassdoor. Like I didn't know what my dad was like as a regional manager. Right. I didn't know what my mom was like. My mom. I'm gonna make this up, but if my mom is like, "Fuck migrants," she would never. She's an immigrant. She's an immigrant. But like if she like, I would know that about her from her Facebook repost today or something. I did not know that about my mom. So like I try to look at people as like multidimensional in that way, and I think it's because we grew up with and without internet.
Right. And that kind of like, that's how I feel about the internet. It only allows for like one dimension, or you know what I mean? And like, that's hard because like, if you're a complicated individual, you know, we got a lot of sides, but depending on the day, hundreds, you know?
I do not envy people who are young. Like I'm talking about like 21, 22 out of college. Like
I interview them and I'm like, oh my God, you poor baby. Like this is like, you know, it's crazy. Yeah. And we live in this like culture where like all this, you know what I blame most of this conversation on? It's like everything's embarrassing. The other day someone was like, oh, I saw that you went to the grocery store because I fucking, God forbid, posted that I went to the grocery store. It was like someone was like, I heard that you gave a rim job online, like, you know, in front of the fucking world. Like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, you saw my...
Are you eating ass on
Maine? You know what I mean? That's how jarred I was by hearing about, like, that someone was perceiving me. Like, it's so scary.
It's so scary. When people come up to me and they're like, Tefi, that joke you made about...
No, I don't know her.
I don't make jokes. I'm very serious. Or when people come, it's also jarring when people are like, I know this is to you too. Like you have been there for me in like the darkest. Yes. Like I feel like we have gone through the same things, the same like anxieties, paranoias, worries, like all this stuff. And you looking at them and I'm like, how can I mean this much to a person? Thank God.
Yeah.
And then me not know them at all. It feels like there's an imbalance in connection right now.
Trust me, I feel the same way. And I just feel like, you know, we got everywhere and nowhere. And like, I'm like, it's like every post is like it's a new adventure. We're jumping off the bridge again. We're like, do we share this? Do we not? And at the same time, I'm like, you guys would fucking love me if I just would share a little more.
Jade, I literally say that when I get a bad comment, I'm like, and if you and I went to dinner?
You'd please. I would charm your socks off. I know, but unfortunately, I'm too afraid of you.
I will never. If I go to like a dinner club with fans, I need everyone to know that I'm like this.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then you're like afraid of not being who you are, who they think you are in real, you know, I mean, the whole thing is just abysmal.
And then you get in the car and you're like, why did I say that?
Right. Oh, please. Like why did I say that? I can't wait to do this about this, you know?
Yeah. Every time I do a podcast, I go, and was that nasty?
It's a lot of rope to hang yourself with. You know what I mean? Talking for an hour is like, who would sign up for this?
Me. Yeah, it's my whole job. I know. I cannot imagine when people are like, what else do you want to do? I'm like, oh, one day in the future, like I want to like have a production studio. Right. I want to have like a book club, kind of like an Oprah or Reese Witherspoon, like a book club. I want to have like a lifestyle brand, whatever. But today, I'm talking.
Yeah.
I broke a little there.
That's important. We're talking for a long time. Things are going to happen, you know?
Things are gonna happen. I know you get this question too. How do I do what you do? And because everything is embarrassing, you have to say the worst thing, which is, you have to start and you have to press post. And people are
Yeah.
like, so how do we do this? I'm like, you press, but Jade does this in bed. I do it with like pimple cream all over my
Right.
face and eyeliner that are more cousins and sisters.
Right.
You know, you just have to press post, and it's the worst thing to tell people. They're
Yeah.
like, "What?" I'm like, "I know, worst case scenario."
I know. And the little bitches that started in 2020, it's like, you know,
I'm telling you
I
that
was busy. I was
I was
busy doing other things.
Real Housewives has 10 seasons. I have
Well,
so
and I
much
have to
to do.
rewatch them 40,000 times.
Yes, yes,
Anyway,
yes, yes.
I adore you, Tefi. We
I
could do
love
this
you.
for fucking ever. This is the best.
I
Hopefully,
have
I'll
the
see you with
best.
legs one day soon.
Oh, I'm going to LA next week.
Let's hang around.
Let's do it. I'll
Okay.
bring my hoodie and my sweatpants. Let's get
Please.
ugly.
Please, let's get ugly, baby. Bye. Mwah. Thank you.
Bye.